What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review. Today, doing a VOD review of Riri, one of my favorite Japanese players to a VOD review. Main reason we're doing this VOD review is because Riri played a line that we got to talk about. It is a line that is very niche. You need a specific augment to get there, but if you can get there, it can go absolutely crazy. It can cap insanely high. You should always be playing this when you have the spot to play it, which is, the case with a lot of augments and just comps in general these days in TFT. You need to know the line, and so I am here to show you guys the line, how to play it optimally, and yeah, we'll talk through it. So we start off here with Ezreal Pantheon, kind of whatever. Our items, not crazy. Honestly, I don't think we have that much direction towards anything, really. I don't know. We have some Vegars here. Maybe we could play into this, like, Vegar tempo opener type thing. You can definitely make it work. We have the Teemo pair, but not really much to go along with it. And yeah, he's already actually team planning. He's like, yeah, this could be a Vegar game, either reroll or he's actually looking at reroll variation here. Hold into the Teemo pair, and we see our first augment. Gold augment here, Legion of Threes, Salvage Bin, Bodyguard training. After a lot of the nerfs to the 3-cost lines, I don't even love Legion of Threes that much anymore, so I don't actually love any of these. I would default this worst case scenario, but I don't love it completely. He's actually defaulting Salvage Bin. But then we do see this Gragas hero augment here. Self Destruct. If you guys haven't taken this augment yet, let me pull up the text for you guys. I mean, honestly, there's no need to pull up the text. The text says, when Gragas casts, he explodes. He sacrifices some of his HP to do a huge AoE around him. Now, we're going to pull up items if he can, and I do not speak Japanese, but if I did, I would say that the first one is Sympathetic, and then the other one is Malware. Sympathetic is really, really, really crucial for this build. Let me pull up the stats. You can see if you reach a Gragas 3, JG plus Hodge plus Sympathetic, it's a minus 1.06 delta that Gragas 3 averages at 3.0. Now, this is the 4 Sympathetic item. It does actually split out the item. So if you get stuck on 2 Psionic, you're not going to have a great time. But if you can reach here, which is obviously, it's not that hard to reach, right? Gragas 3 with just 4 Psionic in, which you can easily fit, you're having a great time. Drone is also not too bad if you reach the 4 drone item, so you can live with that. Even, like worst case scenario, you can do stuff like Edge of Night. It's kind of funny that honestly, Biomatter Preserver doesn't even look that bad just for the HP on it, and also just the healing. That's actually kind of funny. I didn't realize, but Biomatter Preserver is not bad. If this is the 4 Biomatter one, but in any case, we have the best item for Gragas. Our items right now are actually a little sketchy, but that's all Riri needs to say, I'm going to play this line. I have a Sympathetic. We also do have Pantheon pair here, which is pretty nice into this line. Pantheon is a unit that you can certainly play around here. And yeah, we're just going to level up and play our strongest board here. So it's a hard commit in this spot to this line here. Obviously, we don't have anything to slam just yet here. But you can see this Gragas unit. I mean, he just does an insane amount of damage. Obviously, you should if you are sacrificing a bunch of your HP to get there. We'll team planner out the board. It's honestly pretty straightforward. You're going to put some Psionics into the planner. The nice thing is that level 7, you can fit everything. You can fit 4 Psionic, 4 Brawler, because obviously, the Gragas is both. So that's really easy to fit on level 7. Prior to that, if you are playing on level 6, you can fit stuff like Nova in. He's actually, going to team planner out a little bit more of the board, maybe. But for now, we are just playing our early game with this Gragas here. Fitting 3 Timebreaker in here, I think, is great. It gives us access to some extra rerolls, especially for level 6. This is going to be big, right? And maybe even if we win the fight, I mean, it's free EXP to get us to level 6. So yeah, don't feel bad about this at all. I actually played a game on this augment earlier today, and I played a Primordian opener into it, which was kind of funny. Any board that fits Brawler can obviously work. The Primordian opener was funny because it allowed me to actually reach Rek'Sai 3, which was cool. So something else that you can play for, and he's obviously just throwing all the Brawlers into Team Planner there, plus the Pyke, who can theoretically be our duo carry here. We do have an AD item, so we can definitely look at Pyke as a duo carry. Master Yi can also be a duo carry on this board. If you have, a lot of AP items, then you can end up playing for the Victor as your duo carry. There's a lot of different stuff you can play in this line here, and we will actually, just level up to 5 with all that EXP that we're getting here. Scuttle Party is just so good. It's not, it feels a little bit bad, but it's, this is the 6 gold, and then if 5 or more people take it, you get 1 extra. I mean, the bow's not amazing either, but I just love Scuttle Party so much, and I don't know that another cloak really does that much for us here. So we'll pick up the Scuttle Party here, find a Gragas. Oh, that is the dream, right, to get Gragas out of here. And oh my god, that is a shop and a half. All right, we are immediately teleporting to Gragas 2 here. Not bad at all here. And honestly, Bo could look at slamming. Yeah, a red buff here. It's kind of funny. Not really the best item in the world on Gragas, but it's fine. This is tempo, right? Just make a decent enough item on him for now. We can throw this onto, you know, some kind of other backliner later, the Victor. Eventually, if you make it to Sony, you can certainly play for her. And yeah, I mean, it's an item on Gragas too, who is actually going to do a lot of work this stage. And yeah, we can keep actually getting some free XP. This is a great spot. And hopefully we can win the next one and just lock into our 5 streak here with the Gragas in the spot. Will be amazing. Now, the only downside about win streaking so hard in this spot is that we actually haven't gotten the ability to get any item anvils. One of the lines that I like playing with this comp is just loss streaking your first 5 so that you can get to the very specific Gragas BIS. If you guys saw when we were looking at the items earlier, JG plus Hodge, almost necessary on this guy. You need spell crit because obviously his ability is a big boom. It's a big, giant amount of damage, and getting spell crit on that is very, very important. And then Hodge obviously works really nicely. You want healing on him as well because he is sacrificing HP to do all this damage. The upside is if you put healing on him, well, you can just heal a bunch of that back up. If you have no healing, then it's kind of hard for him. So we'll see if we can reach all that kind of stuff. Might have to end up making like a BT here and making some kind of slightly suboptimal items, but just, you know, getting to whatever items we can make here. We'll see what the Scuttle has in store for us, though. We do pick up the Pike, which is really nice. We pick up our first glove, which will usually end up being JG, but we'll see. Ooh, items a little awkward here. I guess you could make, I mean, Gargle is really the only reasonable slam here. Only upside for Riri here, as you can see, my God, the Gragases are flowing. I will say, I mean, this is a pretty uncontested line, right? Who in their right mind is really holding Gragas outside of like eventually like Master Yi style players, but you know, besides that, there's really nobody holding on to this Gragas unit. So he's a pretty easy unit to 3-star compared to all this other stuff, you know, like Jax 3, so hard to find with all the Stargazer players, the Lulu rerollers, you know, quite difficult to find. But I mean, this Gragas here, not bad at all. We also got for the really aggro level 6, just get Voyager in here with the Mighty Mech here. All right, next augment here. I'd really like something that just says, you know, give me a JG or a Hodge, but I don't know that you really want the Hodge augment. I think that one's not great. It might actually be fine here. We don't see those right now. Bronze for Life seems pretty bad. New recruit. This one's been nerfed so hard. I guess we will take the sweet treats here if we must. I don't love it though. I don't know that you even need invested here in this spot, but it looks like we are looking at that unless he really is thinking about Bronze for Life. Because, I mean, we got to roll this. I mean, it's either... I mean, I don't think it's going to be Cursed Crown. Oh, wow, Cursed Crown would be... Oh, my God. Wait, it's actually so woke. I mean, it high-key makes a lot of sense. It's just very, very risky, obviously. But there's a ton of units you want to fit in on this board, right? You can... I mean, we're talking about how the board fits really nicely on 7, right? 4 and 4. If you hit everything, if you find your Thomas Kench, you can play 6 and 4, 6 Brawler, 4 Psionic on level 7 now. I mean, that is an insane amount of just board strength you get there. There's a lot of units this board wants to fit. You can also fit other stuff down the line. We have this like Voyager in on the board right now. Any 5 cost you find can fit. So, wow, it's the Cursed Crown Gragas. I mean, this is actually so sick. The only kind of annoying thing is that Cursed Crown is actually like a... It penalizes your econ, right? Cursed Crown takes some of your gold and, you know, puts that into forcing you to field units. And we were already not that rich. Now the upside is we have this big streak. If we can keep our streak here, then we will be in a pretty good spot. I mean, the other big thing is that, I mean, we got Cursed Crown. So if we take a loss here, it's going to be quite rough. Though so far, the Gragas is doing work once again with kind of garbage items, but just the sympathetic is honestly enough here in this spot here. See if we can finally get a Rod off Carousel. I wonder if he would ever take Hodge if it was offered here, because it's a great item onto him, but like you really, I mean, you really want to find JG. But yeah, I mean, I think you must take it just for slamability, right? You really just want to get an item slam here. That was also the 5 cost option for Echo, which is really nice. This might end up spawning us in stuff like a Sona, which we can then play, get that 4 Psionic in really, really easily. I mean, you're always playing Sona if you find her. Might mean you have to cut something you like, but I mean, it's just, it's too good. So there's our Hodge if we want it. Find Karma that we can play onto this board right now. Also, yes, realizing that we can fit Cho'Gath here. Still playing the 3 Timebreaker. A little, I mean, maybe, I mean, it's not greedy if you keep winning, but it is a little bit scary here. But yeah, he just fits 4 Brawler on the board. Does not actually get to slam the Hodge in time, so he's just going to slam it onto the Pike here, just saying, I must win this fight, so I'm just going to slam this here. I got 6 removers, so it's not the end of the world if I do end up, you know, having to burn some removers. And once again, we have to keep streak here for our econ and just for the fact that it's Cursed Crown. I played a game earlier. It was a day or 2 ago. It was actually a few days ago. And somebody contested me, reroll. I was Lulu reroll, and they contested me with Cursed Crown. And that guy was win streaking the entire game. And I was like, oh, this is kind of annoying. And then he just lost like 3 fights and was dead. Like, that is how Chris Crown goes, I'm sure. For anyone watching who has played this augment before, you know. And the Gragas, I mean, he's going to do a lot of work here. But yeah, we just got to keep the wins up here. If you lose any fight, it's going to be rough. I will say, though, this is a very nice board to tempo. Gragas and especially Pike can really prey on boards that are slightly weaker. You know, if Pike can just pull a backliner and just insta-kill them, I mean, that is so, so good. And you can see now we're starting to pivot out of the Timebreaker, saying, okay, we can't greed the Timebreaker this entire game here. Just going to hold some of the stuff that we really care about in this spot here. You know, we can't hold absolutely everything here. And we want to get out of Timebreaker anyway because we want to keep our streak here. Find the victory here. That's 4 Psionic, like we talked about, so important. We do have the Rod here, so we're getting close there, and that is a very, very nice roll done, actually. Like we talked about, the Pantheon 3, pretty reasonable to play for. We need to move this Hodge. Oh my god. Okay, wow. Look at the APM. Look at the moves. He does move in the last second. Move the Malware over to the Pike. Is going to actually reforge here. Going to make GS onto the Gragas plus. Wow. Yeah, I like this a lot. GS plus Anima here. This is really, really good. Allows us to get some items slammed. Ooh, what is it? I mean, Giant Mighty is like not actually that crazy. Oh, the Sona. I mean, this is so good. But yeah, I don't think Giant Mighty is actually like that insane here. I mean, I don't think it's the belts. Would you ever take the TGs here? Kind of awkward with these items, right? I don't love any of these options. Low key, if you take Golden Egg, this is the most woke scam of all time. You can't, right? I mean, you can't. You probably just take Giant Mighty and you're like, it's okay. It's more HP onto my brawlers. They're already getting this like percent extra HP, so I don't think it's like amazing, but HP on guys that care about HP, it can't be that bad. Okay, he picks up the. There should not be 2 blue ones. There's a blue one that's a shield and a blue one that's mana, and this one is the mana one. Okay, so this is the one that reduces your max mana. So that's obviously very good on Greg, especially with the sympathetic. You can see, especially once you get to Radiant Sympathetic, this guy's doing extra true damage, and he is just casting so frequently. I mean, they really buffed this sympathetic one. It's 4 mana per second. I mean, that is a lot of mana that you get from this item. So yeah, I mean, it's just excellent. Trying to figure out what he wants to do board wise here. Once again, I did say on level 7 you can fit everything. Means they're gonna have to cut off the karma. You have no extra slots when you're doing this, but it looks amazing, right? 6 brawler, 4 psionic here. I mean, it's just so much tankiness on this board, especially because we already have so much combat here. Though this might be our first loss here. All right, it's not looking like too bad of a loss, but Kaisa is one heck of a unit, so we take our loss there. That was like a 3-unit loss that was minus 20. I mean, do you ever just take attack speed for attack speed here? I mean, the attack speed on a Gragas, it's not amazing. We're already getting so much from Psionic, but like, do we really want? He does just want 10 gold. I would just grab attack speed for attack speed here, but I get it. Like, it's, I guess also, does the size reduction matter? I don't think so. It's still just a 3 hex AoE regardless. I don't think it really cares how big Gragas is, but okay. He takes the belt here, says, I would like to get to some Pantheon items at some point this game, and is going to move the double attack one over to the Yi and also just level up straight to 8. I mean, we found these units so quickly that now we can play. The Karma here, Voyager and Darkstar are really nice +1 on this board. Voyager obviously buffs up the entire board, and Darkstar just a good trait, though honestly, a lot of the times this Gragas is just going to overkill units, but hey, maybe if he randomly leaves someone at 1 HP, we can end up getting the execute there. So yeah, I mean, the spot is looking amazing. Just need to finish out our Pantheon items, and then honestly, look at pushing level here. Do pick up the 2-star Urgot here. I will say something I think kind of underrated on this board is just the Urgot Master Yi synergy here, getting Marauder in. It's 5% Omnivamp onto Gragas, and this is a guy where he needs as much Omnivamp as he can get. I mean, you never feel bad about getting that, so it's actually like pretty nice to just pick this up here. And you can see just look at this man, he just does so much work, and especially with all this front line, you know, he's never getting like He's never getting reached, honestly, with 6 Brawler. It's just no one's even making it to the Gragas, then he's just killing everything. All right, would want to roll here for specifically a glove here. That's JG Redemption. That sounds honestly fantastic here. Yeah, I think you do just grab this here. And we do still have the Anomaly open as well here, which usually I would think of as just a tank item here, though we kind of almost have too many tank items. I guess you could just use it as another one. Yeah, he's just going to do this here. I guess you could throw it onto Yi, low-key. It's not bad. And then we just need to move red buff over. Yep, this looks perfect. Okay, yeah, throw this onto the Master Yi. Good stats onto that guy. Honestly, normally you would roll an 8 here for some upgrades, but I think Riri's saying, I'm so strong. Do I even need to roll here? I think I'm just going to just send it here and try to make it to level 9 in this spot because it's a big upgrade. And look at this Gragas, man, with the sympathetic. He's just one tapping people. He does scale off of HP. His ability damage does scale off of his own HP. So getting 6 Brawler in is not only extra tankiness on your board, it's also extra damage for the Gragas. So really want to reach 6 Brawler. Usually you're forced to obviously push level 9 to reach 6 Brawler, but not in this case. In this case, we can actually field it all on level 8 plus the Karma here with our Cursed Crown. I mean, such a cool idea. And actually, I mean, it ends up paying off amazingly here. He's just clearing the lobby. Boom. Gragas does do extra damage to tanks. And then the crazy thing is the extra damage to tanks plus the true damage for sympathetic actually just ends up shredding tanks. I mean, that was a huge front line that we just absolutely blew up. Easily blew up, pun, I guess, intended. But yeah, I mean, this Gragas guy, just an absolute monster here. TK spit some gold here, throw the stun one onto the TK here, though. I mean, honestly, you should cheese that, but I guess his thought is like, it's probably like TK's on the edge. He's going to be the first one to die on that side. Like, if there's a melee carry on the other side, do we even really want to put it onto Pantheon? Pantheon's going to live so long with this setup as well. This Pantheon, by the way, I feel like this guy is just such an underrated tank. The more I've played around this guy and like Lulu reroll, this guy is just a monster. I mean, his cast gives him DR and a shield. That's kind of a crazy combination if you just think about it. I guess we're taking adaptive here. He's just rather go for something else. And we are still missing a MR Shroud on this board, right? So we would not feel bad at all about getting like an Ionic Spark or a Void Staff here. And we are going to push our next level here. Curious to see what he ends up fitting here, because like, I mean, he's kind of got it all. There's the Riven on the board, does have Spark and Void Staff as his options. Opts with the Void Staff here, just because like we don't really have another tank that we want to itemize that badly here, and Sona will do a decent enough job at Void Staffing units. Get another killer. Man, how many times have we seen this cutscene? This is like the 3rd person we've eliminated this game, which is actually crazy. Hit the Riven too here, actually, who is going to go onto the board here, just as our 2 timebreaker. I mean, it's AS, 15 AS for the whole board. I don't hate it at all here. He's going to throw, that's the, what, on auto? Isn't that the one that just, or is that the gold one? There's too many that are the exact same color. If that's the gold one, I'm ready to see this Gragas just rain some gold, man. But we'll see here. Oh my god, it is. So just every single explosion is going to farm some gold. I mean, god, that's another cutscene. I mean, it's just, did he double kill? He double killed. The game's over. It's 5-6. We didn't even reach stage 6. Oh my god. I mean, just a dominant game from Riri on just a beautiful line. I mean, this, if you see Sympathetic and you see Gragas here Augment, he did not have a single component for Gragas, right? He had no gloves, no rods, no tears, no nothing. And he just hard forced it from this spot. High rolled the Gragases, I will say. Took a very interesting Augment selection. That honestly, I guess one other thing to point out is that this Augment, making your entire board tankier is really nice with the extra units in from Cursed Crown. So that's just even another thing that we had going for us. So just a crazy game from Riri. Just a beautiful game and a nice one, showing off this comp. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitch, my Spotify, all my other links down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching as always. Bye-bye.